So what is the government policy for small scale enterprise? So now we have seen the complete scenarios about sickness. Now we slowly move into what are the government policies we have for small scale enterprise. The government is focusing on industries because only industries can generate employment with relatively low investment. The government is not going to invest anything. By providing permission for companies to start their business, they can generate employment with relatively low investment cost. So promotion of equal distribution of national income. So they find that by providing employment opportunities, you can distribute the income equally among all the people. Effective mobilization of untapped resources. So you never know which part of the country has which type of resources. Sometimes skilled labor may be available in the local site itself. Otherwise, you have to bring skilled labor from abroad or from the north. So when you do so, you effectively use the skilled labor available throughout the country. Dispersal of manufacturing activities all over the country. And government has a policy that they will try to invest in all over the country, not in a particular state or a region, because that becomes crowded. So when you want to have uniform development across all the states of the country, then government will be interested in dispersing all the activities all over the country, wherever you have those place and other facilities available to start your business. So the government has designed more programs. Example, the Industrial Policy Resolutions, so IPRs. So it was formed 1948, 56, 77, 80, 90, 91. These are the years where the amendment was done. So IPR 1948, what the Act said is industries are acutely they are having a shortage of raw material, capital, skilled labor, marketing. See, just after independence, this IPR 1948 was amended in 19. It was just formed in 1948 after the independence. So the country never knew exactly what are the resources it possessed. So the industries initially, the whatever industries have started, they never knew where to get raw materials from. They never knew where to get the capital. They never knew where to get skilled labor and other things. Okay, so they exactly did not know how to or from where to I should get all these things. The IPR 1948 was framed to solve and to give protection to industries just to start their business and motivate and generate employment for the country. So this is the first law after independence was passed for industry policy. In 1956, the law was amended and 128 items were reserved for exclusive production in small scale industry. So around 120 items were listed and they have exclusively reserved, they can be produced only by small scale industries. Many rural industrial projects, many industrial estate projects were started to strengthen SSI. So when you want companies to come into your state and investments, you should give all the facilities to them, right? So for that purpose only, they were started rural industrial project, and industrial estates were formed in the cities to promote the SSI. So many were very much motivated and they started investing in all these industrial estates and started setting up their business aimed at protection plus development. So first one 1948 only for protection, but 1956 it aimed at protection plus development. So development oriented protection was the focus of 1956. 1977 we had the next thing after 20 years of gap. We had all the industries were established, and in 1977 this law was amended. So what was the amendment? Unemployment was increased. So there was a need to amend this law because unemployment was increased. And in 1956, whatever the IPR was formed, they were neglecting tiny cottage industries completely. They were not taken into account. So in 1977, the effective promotion of cottage industries was done by SSI. So they classified the industries into three categories: cottage and household industries, tiny sector up to 1 lakh, and small scale industry up to 10 lakh. This is the depending on the investment and what is the type of industry. So they classified the three categories. First one is cottage and household industry. You don't have investment, whatever you produce, you sell it and get the money. Again, you reinvest into the same thing. Okay, tiny sector is investment up to 1 lakh, and small scale industry is investment up to 10 lakh. So these three categories were essentially formed because the cottage industry was completely ignored 20 years back. And and 128 items were amended to 504 items, which were reserved to be produced in the small scale industries. And instead of having a centralized promotion at the center, they started you introducing district industry center at the district headquarters for that particular people to have easy accessibility. So in 1917, it was aimed at protection, development, and promotion. So you're promoting the small scale industries throughout the country by increasing the number of items which are produced by the SSI, small scale industry, and you are going to set up district industry center to district industry center to see what can be done to the budding entrepreneurship.